Hello. I grow these pretty unusual paste tomatoes, and I like to collect seed and plant it for the next season. As I cut up the tomatoes, I look for the cavities where the seeds are inside, and then I try to cut the tomato open along those cavities. I scrape the seeds and the gel that surrounds them out into a bowl. I do this for quite a few tomatoes until I've built up quite a puddle of seeds floating in liquid. When I've collected enough seeds, I set them out on my screened porch to ferment. Here, these seeds have been sitting here in the juice that came out of the tomato with them. And the idea is that the acid created by the fermentation, and maybe some alcohol, I don't know, kills whatever bacteria might be in there with the seeds. With any luck, diseases that the tomatoes might have picked up in my garden this year will get knocked out by this fermentation process. The last step then is to rinse all the icky stuff from around the seeds and spread them on a towel to dry. To rinse the seeds, I just run some fresh water into the bowl slowly and shake it around. I'm trying to give the seeds a chance to settle to the bottom, and then the goopy stuff that I want to get rid of tends to rise, and I pour it off slowly. I might lose a few seeds when I do this, and I need to do maybe a dozen successive rinses like this to get down to where there are just seeds left in the bowl. Did I say a dozen rinses? How about 2 dozen? I got enough of the muck out that I can set the seeds to dry. I'm using a cloth napkin, and I try to spread them out so they aren't touching each other too much, because when they're touching they'll stick together as they dry. But that's not a great problem. They'll peel apart pretty well. They'll peel off the napkin when they're dry. At that point, I'll store them in a plastic bag in my refrigerator until I'm ready to plant them in March.